got one.
Yo, good morning, good evening. I'm just gonna jump right into it. So we're currently doing sorta a weird thing here. I don't really know how weird it is, but I want to have certain UI features that depend on physics. So I either want to use physics 3D or physics 2D in Unity. 3D is probably too expensive. Like I can't really see the pros of doing that, so we want to use the 2D physics. And we learned last week that it uses the XY in the world position. Which is fine, I guess, but that's not the positions. Like, that's where we want the physics calculations to happen, but that's not where we want to display the stuff. So, we can see we have some flickering here, and that is our UI for these two boxes, because what we're doing here, and what I thought would be the correct thing, is in update, you know what, we're gonna run to Unity order of execution. So what we're doing here is we're taking an object that is in world space. We'll rotate it as well. And then we calculate a view space position from this. And then we remove the Z. So the Z in view space is along the direction of the camera. And then we change the RB, which is our rigid body 2D. Maybe we want to wait with this, we'll see. And then we have a test coroutine. It's just we want to do something after fixed update. So pretty much what we do in update is we just prepare it for physics calculations, and then when we have done the physics calculations, we get our UI element and we calculate the view space position. You know what? Let's see. Fucking hell yeah, CodeCube, congratulations. Enjoy that sleep. So this is in view space. I'm wondering. Yeah, this is not going to be correct for our physics calculations, I don't think. Question is if it matters. I don't think so. So pretty much we take something that is in the world, we transform it or project it onto a plane in view space. Then the physics calculations are done there. After we're done with physics calculations, we take the new rigid body position and get a view space position from it. And then we transform. I'm wondering if the physics, maybe I'm gonna try one thing where we actually project it onto a plane instead of the camera space. But then we transform from view space to world space again, then we transform to screen space, and then we transform to panel space. And then we place the panel there. Well, that sounds good, CodeCube. I love when errors leads to good things. Hate when it doesn't, though. So the idea. Actually, I wonder if we can do, let's see here, where do we have physics? We have it here. And we actually start with fixed update. Internal physics update. Okay, beautiful. I'm wondering. So let's do this test coroutine. We're going to leave that one private, void fixed update. I'm wondering if we want to do this in fixed update instead. So it's like we take the object, transform it into the 2D plane where the physics will calculate, and then we do that. And the physics do their thing, and then we're in the post physics update, and that's when we show it on screen. Late update is where we show it on screen, but all it does here is, yeah. Yo, what's up, Ice? Hope your exams went well. We're slowly but surely moving forward. We're doing a little bit of UI stuff today. But as always, it's not like straightforward UI, it's some weird sort of, like, I want to be able to utilize physics 2D in my UI, so first we need to find the battlefield where we can actually use the physics 2D, i.e. a plane we define. If something seems to be too good to be true, CodeCube, there's probably an error somewhere, at least in my experience. Or that. Yo, what's up, Jax? So let me just show in the world what is happening here. And if I remember correctly, we actually had... let's see. Yo, what's up, Harukanen? It's not, though. I thought it was an error in FPS counting system, so I had 3 of my friends look at it and they see no error. God damn. And then I guess there's nothing left to do than be happy. So the idea here is that these boxes, they have the test2D2 script, and they have a UI document reference. UI document is here currently, but we're not showing it on screen though. Or we are, but down here. I'm wondering why this doesn't work. So right before physics are calculated for these boxes, they are transformed into camera space with a depth of 0. And then we have physics calculations using the rigid body and box collider 2D. And then right after, they are transformed. Or are we not transforming the object? Now we're just setting them to their original world space again, so we can actually render them in a good way. Extremely convenient that I'm live. Okay, let's go through it. I'm wondering, do we have something wrong with the... let's go through it. So, late update, every frame we just take game object transform position is equal to position vs. That's just serialized fields so we can move them around. And we set forward to be the main camera forward. Okay, we do the same in fixed update. That's okay. Calculate position vs by taking the main camera and inverse transform point. So we transform it from world space to local. I'm wondering if it's weird. It shouldn't be. To use the view space here. So this is position in view space, and then we just remove the Z. That makes sense. So Z is just along the camera. Can it lead to some problems? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Guess we're gonna have to scale them as well, but yeah, whatever. And then we set RB position. I don't think we should set it like this. So rigid body 2D Unity. We should be using move or something. Move position. Calculate linear required. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes. I don't think we want to do this here. So in fixed update, yo, what's up, Calvino? In this fixed update, we just move it to this view space. Yeah, from the images I've seen CodeCube, the global illumination looks thick. And then we do the physics calculations, and then we get to this point. And what do we do here? Then we take the rigid body position after the physics calculations, I hope. To view space. To world space. I'm wondering if we wanna skip... I think we want to go to view space first. Okay. I'm a little bit worried about this one here. I remember being like, if we put it at 0, then it means that it's right at the camera, which means that it might be hard to render it since it's like in the camera. So we would like for this one to be in front of the camera. Screen point, flip the Y, transform to panel, set it, and center it. And reset this one here. No matter how long I look at this, it looks correct. When we transform them into view space, they're basically, are they 0? They should be located over here. So somewhere on this plane is where they are located. And our physics calculations should be okay there. Default, yeah. It's only rendering at half res. Go to cube. What is the quality difference between rendering it at full res and half res? Is it minor? And these two are at exactly the same position this time around. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, I might know what's going on here, maybe. Okay, I want to try and do... Let's just try and do... create an empty. And we put it at 0, 0, 0. No, that won't work. Yeah, I think the step that is wrong is this one. Here. Because this is actually not view space, it's just like a simulated view space. Calvino, we're working on... I'm trying to get some of the UI components to work. And to do that, I want to get physics 2D to work, because I want my like UI components to interact with each other and collide and stuff like that. And for that to work, we need to like the UI components need to exist in a separate plane, pretty much. So it's all about having something in world space, transforming it to this UI space, calculate new positions and stuff like that, and then try to convert it back to world space, view space, screen space, panel space. So it's a lot of jumping between spaces. I think... I guess we could do... yeah, maybe. Okay. I think instead of working in this view space we're working on here, we want to work on camera, Unity. Transform. Yeah. I think... but the thing I hate with the... well, maybe. Let's see here. The problem with viewport is that we have normalized coordinates on X and Y, which makes stuff a little bit weirder. But that is probably okay if we... maybe we can work around this. Is this... oh yeah, okay. We don't care about this. Maybe we can use this. The problem is, so let's say that our physics 2D is going to work in viewport space. That means that we need to take the scale of the boxes into account. How the hell do we do that? So I'm talking about these, the size here. I guess we can recalculate it. We can take 2 points of it and see how big it is in viewport space. That's one solution. But I don't want to lean into that one yet. Anything else? Or let's see. Let's see. Is it possible to unnormalize viewport space coordinates in Unity? Making the X and Y coordinates be in world space instead of 0 to 1. Because we could either change the viewport position vector, or we could change the box collider or square collider. The easiest would be to do the first one. I don't wanna do this. World X, you. Okay, I want to try this. So we do these two, then we do let's call it CS. Or to viewport point position VS. I heard it coded cube, I don't know. Feels like a lot of smart marketing to me. Position C is no said, and then we do this is weird, but let's do it. Float half height, half width, and then we do position C is no set, height. So we do this, and this is our position VS that we move the rigid body to. Yeah, the data sets are enormous. It's crazy. I didn't know it was called distilling these days. Okay, then we just need to do this the other way around eventually. So let's see here. Position VS. Fuck it, let's call it VS. I'm wondering about... Yeah. So here, let's do... Vector 3 position VS is equal to and then we do let's calculate these again here. Yeah, we can call it position CS. Let's see. I'm just gonna assume that is correct. Looks to be correct. Divide. But I want to change this one to 1. And then we do viewport to screen point position CS. And then we do it. So we take our position in world space, transform it into viewport space, remove the SED. Why though? Yeah, we remove the Z because we want them to be, yeah, they're gonna be in the 2D plane where we want the physics to be done, so 0. But we take the viewport position and unnormalize X and Y. I'm doubtful. Thank you, CodeCube, appreciate it, and have a good one. Yeah, I think the UI might... Yeah, it's probably gonna be awesome. Yo, what's up, Ling Ling? Okay, this is what I'm skeptical of, this and this, but let's hope for the best. So then we create a position VS, and we normalize X and Y, because we want to bring it back into viewport space. And we set the Z to 1 here. I'm also a little bit skeptical to this 1 here, but we need it to be a little bit further away from the camera, right? And then we do viewport 2 screen point, and then we are back. That's sort of good then, Ling Ling. They probably went fine. CodeCube, what's the goal with it? Cool bouncy effects or something more special? It's gonna be like cool bouncy effects, definitely. And we're gonna have like nice collisions between them, like bouncy collisions. But I have this picture in my mind of a UI like a ball pit. I think it was referred to last week. So if we open up our inventory where we have all the fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, all of those are going to be represented by circles with an image of them, and they are going to behave like a ball pit, you know. So if you want to restructure your inventory, you click one of these balls and move it around, and all of the other balls will make way for the one you're controlling. Does this make sense? That's just the inventory example. So if we open up the inventory, it might look like this. A lot of, we can call them balls, I guess. Varying in size depending on weight or some other property. And then maybe we want to move it around, so this one, this is something. So we click this one and then we drag it down here. And when we do that, I want these balls to move away and fill the empty space eventually. That sounds cool as well, CodeCube. Thank you. Good night. Sleep well. Like, I want a UI like that is clean in the visuals. I don't want anything over the top, liquid glass, whatever, when it comes to the visuals. But how it interplays with itself, that's where I want it to shine. But okay, let's see if we are onto something with this solution or if we're stuck in hell again. Ooh, okay. We have them at the correct place. They are flickering, but we can fix that. And then we have, which cube is this one? It's this one. If we take this cube and we move it here, then we get a little bit of a collision, and then they are fucked for some reason. That's not good. Okay, it's not perfect. But I think we can go from here, actually. This one is what boggles my mind. Ling Ling, I'm personally someone who wants as little UI as possible. Yeah, same here, bro. I think we have talked a lot about... what is that? I always forget what it's called. Give me a sec. One style of UI in games that is called... It's called... fuck, I don't know what it's called. But we've talked a lot about it. Like Dead Space, like you have an in-game UI. Everything UI related is actually objects in-game. Right? That's the best way to solve it. Diegetic UI, thank you, Calvino. I love it. But I'm not going to be able to solve the things I want to do in this game with the diegetic UI. Not in a nice way, though. I think it would be... yeah. Okay, so we have a few issues here. We have the flickering initially, and then we have the... we have one collision, and then our UI is moved and doesn't flicker. Yeah, we're gonna have quite a lot of inventory management and stuff like that in this game, and yeah, I don't know. Okay. We're closer though. Let's see what the flickering is about. Position vs the initial flickering, that is. I have seen some games where the inventory is like a mix between your classical UI and diegetic UI. But it might be a little bit too messy. Yeah, the Skyrim UI is a little bit depressing, I think. It's too clean. Fallout UI, Fallout 4. Pretty cool idea, but that's also not that nice to parse. Okay, so what is the flickering about? That's my first question. Late update. Yeah, that's true, Ling Ling. Yeah, no, Calvino. Like, honestly, text in UI for me has always been like, at some point you need to have text, right? But so my idea to solve that is, so if we take this inventory again example, so right here it's just icons. You can see what it is from an image, and you can see how much it weighs from the size. But if you want more information, you're gonna have to click it, and that's when we're gonna transform these spheres into boxes. And the boxes, the size of them are gonna depend on the size of the text, right? So yeah, you're gonna have extremely big boxes in German. But here you can see all information, weight, the name of the item, and so on and so on. And when we transform one of these spheres into one of these boxes, with rounded corners of course, they are going to displace all of these other circles. So when you click something in the inventory to see more information about it, you're gonna have the other items like spheres around here, right? Does this make sense? I think it's pretty cool. And then you click it again, you convert it back to a little bit a sphere. When you have too many items, yes, like there will be a limit, so you won't be able to have too many items. We will work out the kinks eventually. That might very well be true, Calvino. No problem at all. Like, I have thought about it a lot, and I mean, most of the problems I can think of comes with other solutions as well. Sometimes you need, I mean, I want to do something new. I want to test something new. Okay, so what about this flickering first of all? That's the weirdest one for me, because in late update we just set the position. Oh, one sec. This is basically the only code that handles the actual UI elements, the ones that are flickering. And I have no idea why. You know what? I wonder if it's because that we don't do any physics calculations with them until later, and that's... So we only do this, basically. Yo, what's up, Love? It's going okay, I think is the word. Hope you're having a wonderful day, man. So it looks like we get the flickering until we have the first collision, and then we're okay-ish. Date. Just try it again, Ling Ling. Yo, what's up beyond the headset? Appreciate it, appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Why would... So the flickering is probably because they are moving positions, but why would they be moving positions? We don't update... Let's see where we have them. Agent notification bubble. Let's just double check this one. Awake. Late update. Yeah, that's okay. On enable. Display. Yo. No, I don't think we ever run this one, so I don't think this has anything to do with it. I mean, this one could very well... Why did I choose to do them as agent notification bubbles? That is my question. Okay, I'm just to make sure. Let's leave it empty. That's right, by doing this I might screw everything else up. So let's create a test bubble for now. Just try again. I used Unity, but it's too bulky, so I'm thinking I cut down the time to 5 days, a work week, and make my own engine first. You might need a couple more days, I would say. But what do they say? Reach for the stars and you just might something. Where do we have it? UI. Agent notification bubble. Agent notification bubble. Like this. And then I want to replace UI. Oh, we don't. Yeah, it's UI document. It's okay. Remove. We might need test bubble later on, so I'm gonna add 2 of those. Am I following the World Cup? I'm doing my best. The times for the matches aren't that great, you know, here in Europe. But I'm gonna follow it. I saw that Sweden went out strong in the first round, so I'm happy about that. Okay, so the flickering was not to the agent, not because of the agent bubble. Background. Hell yeah, I can feel the gold, you know? The next couple of the games might be a little bit tougher, I think. 5-1, yes. And and also some of the pubs in a lot of Swedish cities have changed they can serve beer on irregular times now. So I really want to try going down to the city and taking a beer at like 4 in the morning watching a game. I think that it would be a weird experience. A fun one, I think. Who are they playing against, Ling Ling? Okay, so background here. This is the one that is flickering. We only change its position here, right? After fixed update. I'm wondering if... I want to see what happens if we just take this one, because what I'm afraid of is that we don't have any physics calculate. Like, these are sleeping elements. They don't have any physics calculation done on them because they don't have any objects in the near vicinity. So I'm a little bit scared that this is not happening initially, and that's why we get the flickering. So I just want to see if that theory is, if I'm onto something, or if it's dead wrong. We're considering watching a 6 a.m. game, or we wake up early and go somewhere to drink beer and watch football. Yeah, I just gotta try it once, it feel like. Sounds like a really good time. Okay, that's not the problem. Because what's weird is... Cube... We have flickering until we have our first collision, and then they disappear. Beyond, what editing software do you use? I have a few custom tools in Unity and stuff like that, but for the actual video editing I use DaVinci Resolve, which is free and fucking super good. Okay, we're on to something here, but... Yo, okay. Hell yeah, Lova. Hell yeah. There's one downside with DaVinci, it fucking eats your GPU. I think that's the deal with all video editing software, isn't it? They... like, the resources is crazy, the resource use. Okay, so at this point we have... we're fucked, I would say. Yeah, beyond, like, most of the nice stuff. Let's see here, we're talking about the cell shade video. Not that much fusion, actually. Of course, some, but like most of the stuff is done. No, in my cell shade video, yeah, a lot of the things were done in DaVinci with Fusion. I've tried moving, like doing more of the special effects in Unity itself, because I like my video effects to actually be in the game world I'm showing, you know. Oh yeah, is it a 4060 with 8 GB of memory? Oh yeah, that was Fusion, yes. Okay. Look, I really want to solve this issue because, yeah, we're gonna do an experimental UI with the result from this issue, but we're gonna do so much more. It's not only the experimental UI, it's all the UI in the game. Ling Ling, I'm down. Oh, okay, I have a 1080 and a 2080, I think. Time for some upgrades soon, I think. It could be. The only thing I've ever made with DaVinci was crappy shorts about Gorilla Tag. Well, it's something, man. Yeah, I have some videos, some previous videos from younger me that I've unlisted, but I'm like... I mean, old stuff is fun as well. I've always been questioning if I should make them public again, you know? Okay, so we're moving at a snail's pace here. I need to rethink how we debug and check this. What can I do? What can I do? Exactly, Love. Animated videos made in Paint. And I don't remember what the old video editing software was, but yeah. I love, like, when I check out a creator on YouTube and I check their newest videos, I always love when you list them from oldest first and you see that the creator hasn't unlisted them, so you can actually see like the evolution of him or her, like how they have gotten better and better and stuff like that. I think it's very cool. Not until now, Ling Ling. Now I'm gonna think about it. World record is 1 minute. Goddamn. The world record I'm currently trying to beat is the world record for fastest 25 meters crawl. I think I have a chance. It's 9.26 seconds. On a good day, I think I might be able to beat it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No matter how it goes, it's gonna be a good YouTube video. When a delusional guy tries to swim and ends up swimming it on like 20 seconds. And then starts blaming the breakfast or something. Fucking hell, this problem annoys me. Like, everything looks correct to me when I go through all the transformations in my head. I've never seen, I haven't seen those videos, Ling Ling, but I've like seen references to it. It's crazy. I think it's extremely nice that someone tries to punish the quote-unquote thieves, I guess. Because it's the one where a guy sold his Lego collection to a store, then the store got bought, and they refused to give it back or give him any money? Or am I referencing something else? Yeah, everybody loves a good comeback story, I would say. Okay. Fixed update. Yeah, I think we might be screwed on this one, if I'm gonna be honest. I think it's this one that fucks us. This is some weird way to do it, or is it? Let's see if my brand can help me here. Why is the resulting UI elements flickering in test 2? Yeah. Could be, but if we handle it like it was an orthographic camera from this point on, it should be okay. I wonder what would happen if we're gonna remove this one and we're gonna remove this. Since we're only updating the UI visuals here currently, we're gonna leave it to this one only. Yo, what's up, Scafer? I'm trying to make 2D physics work for my UI elements. That's a good one-sentence summary. Okay, we still have flickering. And initially, they appear in the correct space. Now they're gone. And we have this issue. Because I want my UI to be physics-based. Springy and bubbly. And why do we have this problem then? Yo, what's up, Mercenary Mage? Hope you had a wonderful stream. Appreciate the raid. I don't know if the idea I have in mind will probably not yield any motion sickness, but that's a good little note to keep around. Because worst case, it might. So after a while, or when we have gotten our first collision, we have a little bit of a problem here where the UI appear. Fuck, I want to move position. Let me just try rb dot position is equal to, yeah, we can keep the parentheses. And then we're going to check if the AI have analyzed this any better than I could. Like, I think, okay, to go into a little bit more depth, I want my inventory UI to kind of look like this. Think, I don't know what's the closest one, Apple Watch UI. So every item in the inventory is represented by icons, spheres with icons. So here we maybe have an apple, and the size of them are based on properties like weight or maybe value. You can maybe change that yourself. So then if you want to reorder stuff in your UI, you just click one of these and you drag it to where you want it. But when you drag it, you're going to leave empty space here, and that's when I want the other items to fill that space. And when you drag it between two other icons, I want them to make space. And then when you click one of these icons, we're going to change the shape of it to a nice square with some information and an image and whatnot. And when we change it to a square, I want it to like push the other spheres away, right? And yeah, we could do this with some custom physics-ish solution, but it's going to be so many things that I would rather rely on the already implemented physics in Unity. But for that to work, we need to get to the 2D space, you know? Okay, we still have flickering, and we have this problem as well. Okay, let's see. Conflicting transforms, not from the viewport conversion itself. That's good. Yeah, but I don't really care. Like, we set the position here and then we update it in... Like, since we're setting this position here, it should keep this position until we update it again. Yeah, we're trying to make it work with Unity's 2D physics. And yeah, we're gonna have to worry about a lot of stability, but I think we can do it. Do we have... I removed the reset of the transfer. We do it here though. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna remove these two. Yeah, all of this we already know. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm wondering if... I just need to double check. Yeah, we're gonna double check that soon. I think we might, in this coroutine, we update position SS, but panel position we do in late update. I think that's what we want to do. Okay, it's two separates. Okay, so let's do it like this. What's up, Lizardman? Have you used Point Effector 2D? I've never heard of it. Point Effector 2D. Yo, I hope it's still a thing. Yo, I definitely hope this is still a thing. Thank you for mentioning that one. I'm definitely going to take a look at that one. But first we just need to make this space work. Current position SS. Or calculated. Yeah, let's be explicit. And so position SS is equal to let's just replace this one here. And then we do let's see, I don't really care about this one either, I don't think. Late update. Okay, this might not be the correct thing, but it's definitely a bit more structured way of doing this, so I'm happy with this. Change. UI in late update, the physics related in test coroutine and fixed update. Escape, I finally implemented portals that work. Nice. So is it specifically like camera flickering with the portals? Okay, let's see if we have something. Still have the flickering. It's so weird. It almost feels like we have something else that is affecting the positions of these. UI document, test bubble. Test bubble doesn't do shit. Sort order? Nah. Oh, yeah, then I get it, A quick easy fix, just have a secondary, like when you get close to the portals, that's when you start loading the room. I don't know, on a secondary thread or something. But I get it. Been there, been there. You see, they are changing position to down here. How does that make sense? Yo! Yo, 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 yo. That should be okay because we changed the position here. Point lights, point lights, point lights. What are point lights? So I guess the corresponding light in Unity is point light. Spotlight. Oh. I just need to refresh my memory. They are distance based as well, right? Yes. All lights except for directional is pretty expensive. $800 draw calls. I guess it goes up with how many objects as well, yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering if we have a physics problem here. What do we have instead of move? Set position. Maybe that is... Do we have... Oh, we're talking about me, Lizard Man. I'm trying to get my UI elements to be temporarily in a 2D space so we can do physics on them, and then I want to transform them to screen space. Okay. Should we do... Yeah, do we have is kinematic? Body type. Yeah, I think when it comes to Unity, you have... let's wait for this import. You have this here. For static ones, and then you can, and depending on the setup here, it gets merged into one or not. So that's usually how you do it for static objects. You know what the problem here is? I'm wondering also if we're gonna do... Yeah, the problem here is that in every fixed update, we are gonna transform the position of this rigid body a big distance. So I wonder if we want to do body type is kinematic, and then... Would this be weird? Yeah, Lizard Man, that's the one we're using here in the end here. So that's when everything is calculated and we just want the panel to appear in the correct position. So the whole what pipeline for this looks like, I'm going to show it soon. So basically this, we have an object that exists in the world space, so that can be just any dynamic object. It has a reference to a UI panel as well. So whenever we're going to do physics calculations, we take this world space position and we move it to viewport. The problem with viewport is that it's normalized on X and Y. Our colliders are not in normalized space. So what we do, we remove Z first of all, because we just want to be in a plane. Z is just a distance from the camera, so that's okay. And then we unnormalize the X and Y coordinates. So now we have something more similar to view space position, I would say. Then we transform the rigid body to that position. And fixed update is done before the internal physics calculations. So now our physical objects are... So after these lines, they are doing their physics calculations. We have this one running at all time. So this one waits until the physics are calculated. When they are, we know where the new panel positions are. So then we normalize the new coordinates. So now we are in hopefully viewport space. But you know what? Yeah, we should be. We should be. Trying to make this make sense in my head. One sec. I think so. So by changing it to kinematic, updating its position, I think it should be done instantly, which might result in, like, if two physics objects are exactly the same point, we're gonna see some sort of popping, but that's okay. Okay, now we don't have any. We have some flickering, but way less. And you can see that they are a little bit slow on the update. Guess that's okay. Maybe we can fix that, but let's see. Okay. Hmm. So what's with the... I don't see any logic to the flipping either, and this is bad, I would say. Are we screwing it with the rotations here? I think we are. Rotation, rotation, rotation. Game object. I want to see if we can do... Escape, I also researched the multiple armature thing in Blender, and it works kind of. A bit weird, but what is weird about it? What's with this flickering, yo? If if we don't wait for the fixed update. You know what? I think we can try it because or one sec. Let's see. Like, I might have hoped for, or I might have been a little bit too optimistic here. What's up, Dozy Burrito? Like, I'm trying to... Best case scenario would be if all of this can be handled in one game object. So that means that the object itself, we want this one to be a 3D object that can be rendered. One sec, maybe. Because the problem I see here is that we use the RB position. We know that RB position has been changed in fixed update and after. But then in late update we also set the game object transform position here to be world space. So if we don't do this exactly after a physics calculation, I think we're gonna get more flickering because RB position will be even more changed. Position absolute. I'm just gonna try. You know, forward here. That's probably what we want. Weird thing is how the armature modifier works. Okay. I was hoping, like, so when in Unity, when you have like a hierarchy of rigid bodies, the child are only like their master rigid body is the one closest to them in the hierarchy. And I was hoping it would be something similar with like multiple armatures in Blender. So if you have a root object with an armature and then you have some other stuff underneath it, but then you have a new child with an armature modifier. I was hoping that one would ignore it. Does this make sense? But yeah. Okay, we have flickering here for some reason. Ooh. Okay, so now we have this collision working. The size of the colliders are not perfect now. And then we have this working as well. So that's good. The only thing left is the flickering. Yes. Okay, let's do this as well. Let's see if we can move. Yeah, let's do private vector 3 current calculated rigid body position. Like this, and then we take current calculated position SS. We skip this one then. And do... This is pretty much the only thing we want here. Did it do? And that's not how we want to do it. So we just calculate the rigid body position here, or set it, and then in late update we do this every time. And here we do current calculated. Yeah. What about this structure instead then? I'm wondering if it's gonna make the visual delay in the UI elements update even slower, or okay, it's still slow, but that's okay. No flickering. Yeah, this is the best one yet, definitely. Hell yeah. Okay. I wonder if we can use some magic later on to get rid of the delay here. I mean, it's charming, but I'm also wondering it was a good call moving this one out, but I'm wondering I'm wondering why this fixed the flickering. The delay we have is the element position are actually only updated in with the physics, right? So when we move the camera around, maybe we have 4 or 5 frames without any physics calculations, and that's when we get the delay. So the delay is 100% because of this, because this is where this and this is where we change the position of the objects, and we don't run these every frame. But I'm starting to wonder if we want to. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. I just want to try it. Yeah, maybe. So we do this every frame, but most of the time, whatever we set here for the rigid body is not actually going to be used for physics. So let's say we have this order of execution for a frame where we don't have a physics iteration. We do this. We change the position of the rigid body. You know what? I think this might... Yeah, this is gonna screw us. I think we're gonna get flickering here, because in a frame where we don't do physics calculations, we're gonna put this one at the world position, or we take the world position and calculate some stuff. And then we do this after. So it's gonna be... In the frames when we don't do physics calculations, the UI elements are going to be located at their best position. And then in the frames where we do physics calculations, they are going to be located in their collided position. So this is going to yield... Or that's what I think. Or... they're not visible at all. Now that's weird. We could... I have no doubt that we can clean it up. We can add some extra calculations depending on how the camera have moved, and then we just move the UI elements like that. The delta of the camera. But yeah, it was weird that they didn't appear at all, actually. This is beautiful, I think. Some minor delay. You see this kind of delay in a lot of games, actually. So we could probably do... I wonder if I can do this just to show. Physics 2D. Don't we have... Still a little bit. But if we do this then, fixed update. Fuck it. It's not too bad. In this case as well, here I would like for those two to appear by the side of this one. We're gonna get to it eventually. I just wonder, while we have it like this, do I want to try and solve the delay now? Or should I just pass it on to future me? If you change layer order after setup, my states, whole state logic breaks. Is it because, like, if you change the enums, or why does it break? Because I've had that problem when I have some enum specifying something and then I want to add. So I have enum A, B, C, D, but then I want to add a new enum between C and D and it fucks everything up. Okay. Or let's see. Could we? Hmm. Okay. If we have a big enough movement in camera, we could force simulate 2D physics, 2D UI physics. Feels a little bit over the top though. And it doesn't call fixed update. It doesn't call fixed update, which is this. Too bad, too bad, too bad. Rigid body. 2D. I wonder if a physics calculation follows this one instantly, but probably not. I don't like upping the simulation or lowering the step length or whatever, the delay between steps in physics to solve this problem. Definitely not. Okay, I guess we have this problem as well. The further away we are, the bigger the UI elements are. We're gonna fix that with scale. I don't know, okay. Future me will fix this. So, what I want to do now is I want to pack this into a nice script that the purpose of that script, the only purpose of that script is to position something based on a world position, I guess. Agent modification bubble. Let's see if we can start with these. Display agent notification. And then we change the position here. Transform position, okay. Settings SS. SS, okay, so let's see if we can create a nice script here. User interface toolkit. User interface physics based positioning. We're just gonna make it Collider, but we don't need to access it, but we do need to access UI document. So Unity Engine UI elements, I thought. There we go. Do this one. This one. This one. Coroutine code. Yeah, we're gonna have to rely on one. Let's see. I'm wondering if I want this one to handle the box collider, but probably yes. Yeah, we're gonna do something with position VS soon. Anything else? Fixed update. Okay. So position VS. We don't need to do that one. Okay, so the problem is that we reposition it here. So then after, it should be okay. But then if we move it by something else later on, or you know what? So agent notification bubble. I think we're going to skip this. This. This one changes the text here. We set display routine. Ah, that's true. We change the position here. We do it here. Okay, so a better solution would be to we do this, then we alter its position, then later on we get here and change it back. Maybe. So if I go to agent notification bubble prefab and we add a user interface physics-based positioning. Now we don't change the box collider now, unfortunately. We're gonna have to handle that logic as well. But let's add a box collider as well. Box collider 2D. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, the position is wrong. We'll not set the text anymore. So agent notification bubble. On enable we set the text. And we set the text here. Yeah, that's not good. Game object name. We don't need to get the content label. No, I don't think we need to get the content label here. But we need to scale it eventually. Okay, we need to get the content label because we're going to use it later on to scale the box collider or whatever collider it is. But for now, we don't want to set the text. And then we have a problem with the position. Sorry about that. So pretty much I would like agent notification bubble. This one is going to set the position here in a coroutine. Would probably be much easier to just have a dummy rigid body object, but nah. So transform position, we set it to 0, 0, 0. So we just set it to 0, 0, 0. Do we set it? Yeah, we set it here. Yeah, okay. Could it be solved by... this one? So if these works together, we have display. Stop, yeah. Then we set active. We haven't set the position yet. But we're gonna do it later on, right? Nah, we need to update this one. You know what? I'm wondering if... I wonder if we never need to set it here. Yes. Wonder if this one, if doing it like this could be the solution. Although I have to say I'm not that fond of this workflow, so we have two scripts here, agent notification bubble and user interface physics-based positioning. They are sorta... It's gonna be like They are working together very intricately, and it needs to happen exactly how it is, right? It's a lot of, we change the position and stuff like that in a lot of different places, and hopefully it works. We need to disable if it's not enabled, but I think that's okay. Okay, movement processing, we had it here first, then it gets reset to over here. Movement finishing. Did we never disable it? Movement processing. Nice. Ever falling messages. Okay, we have a few things to fix. Yeah, I'm wondering that as well. We're gonna start by doing we can do it like this. Okay. I just need to take a second look at the repositioning, because we get the correct position once, then we're fucked. RB position, RB transform position. Game object transform forward. Bang. Maybe. Don't we do that somewhere else? Or so I thought. Okay, let's keep that one and do it here. Transform position. Why do you get reset? Yeah, this one probably gets set. This is only done once. That makes sense. And it's just because because why? Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Now we can hide them at least. But okay, this one only gets set once here. That explains it. So we need to do some sort of... We need to store something here. But okay, so if this message is a static type of message, we like agent notification bubble, we just spawn it when it's we spawn it on a notification, whatever. We spawn it and we set the position, and then it hangs around there until its lifetime is over. But then we add our physics-based positioning as well, which means that it's gonna be where we do our position switch hacking. But I like, so if agent notification bubble is quite a static bubble, it just spawns, show a message, and then gets removed. But other UI elements is gonna use this one as well, and they might be a bit more dynamic, i.e. we might see movement from other places. So it's not just a spawn once and then done. So that's why I want to, on enable, we can probably set to previous transform position. On enable transform position, and then in fixed update we change the transform position. So before we do that, we want to store the old one, and fixed update, after a fixed update we're gonna see or sometimes we're gonna see update first. I think we want to put it in late update, so I wonder if the first thing we want to do here is previous transform position. Previous transform position. Yeah, makes sense, I think. We have the falling issue for some fucking reason. And it resets to here. Sorry. Oh, yes. Agent notification bubble, rigid body 2D, gravity scale 0. Okay, that's one thing. But still... The initial spawn point is weird, and then it resets instantly. Why is it getting over here? Makes no sense. So we have like 3 different positions before it settles at 0, 0, 0. And one more movement finished. 1, 2. Message duration. Should be okay. Yeah, the problem here is that we enable it, then we start this one, and that's when we set the position, which is weird. It's definitely weird. There's probably a good reason for this, I reckon. But let's try and keep it like this. So setting the position, then enabling it. Oh, it's so nice when they appear. That's okay. That doesn't seem to work. Yo, what's up, Cooler SK? If we spawn enough blobs, we're probably gonna get one that looks a little bit like a gumdrop. So what I'm seeing here is that on enable here, we don't have the latest position here. For some fucking reason. So what if we just skip this one? The problem then is previous transform position. I guess we could just do it like this, couldn't we? Previous transform position. Physics repositioned. Yeah, we're gonna be able to eat the blobs. Okay, let's try this. For a second, it appears in the correct spot. Yo. The fuck? So initially we also get the old position, don't we? Okay. What's up, GDs? Yo. Did I want to remove this one? Yeah, maybe. I'm wondering. I think we have a little bit of a problem. I just want to try. Agent notification. Pool. Joink. Isn't even Origo. So what the fuck is this? So we might get... The way we want to do this one at least is this, right? But we don't have anything else that changes the position here, no. The only time we change it is here, right before physics calculations. And here, right after physics calculations, if we have repositioned it, that is. Definitely looks like it's happening on more occasions. Pull. We don't change position here. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to get to the bottom of this tomorrow. We have a little bit of a... This one is jumping a little bit too much as well. Because I need to run now. But it feels great that we now have like a physics-based layer where we can actually do stuff. We just need to get the kinks out. Yes, we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. Peace.